Okay, we stop, we get it. We're scaring everybody away already. All right. Welcome to Ravings and Reviews, the movie review podcast. It is Friday once again. We're back after our little week break. We hope everybody had a great holiday weekend, ate some fun things, spent some time with family. I know I did, at least.
Yep.
Jack, did you have a good Thanksgiving?
Oh, I had a great Thanksgiving. Very laid back.
Yeah.
I watched Baby Driver again.
Nice. And this week, we have a special guest with us again. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Katilyn Traster, and I'm just here to have a good time.
As are we. So, Katilyn's been a guest on our show a couple times now, doing Star Wars movies, and this one was one that we had meant to do last year around the holiday season, but because of our hiatus, that kind of screwed up those plans. So, tonight's review is going to be on the Star Wars Holiday Special.
Yeah.
But before we jump into that, I feel like we kind of have to get a little, I had to defrost it a little. It was so weird being off for a week. Not being able to do the show for a week. So, Katilyn, how was your Thanksgiving break?
Pretty laid back. I was in the car for a while. That was fun.
Yeah, we're a ways away. I had a pretty good Thanksgiving too, other than the fact that you could probably hear it. I did get sick over the holidays, so you'll have to excuse my voice for this week. But by next week, I will hopefully be completely healed. So,
did either of you guys watch anything over the Thanksgiving break?
Ooh,
I didn't, but I think the same day you guys had the Baby Driver episode, I think I watched Baby Driver that same day.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah,
sweet.
you did. Yeah. I played a lot of video games over the weekend
nice.
with my younger sister, but
nice.
But yeah, so we're going to put the spoiler warning for this episode right away, just because there's a lot to get into with this.
Yeah.
So we say that a lot for movies, that like there's a lot to get into. For this one, there's definitely a lot to get into.
Yeah.
So the Star Wars Holiday Special aired in 1978, and it was directed by Steve Binder, produced by Dwight Hemian, and written by Rod Warren, and stars the likes of Mark Hamill, Carrie Fisher, Harrison Ford, basically everybody in the original Star Wars cast, which I was very surprised at, because I don't know why any of them agreed to this.
Yeah, it's weird in this movie. It's almost like the original cast is not there. There's nothing going on behind their eyes. They're all a little bit dead inside.
They all feel
it's
very
like
dead inside.
They'd been like abducted and they sent down like replicates of them to like take over. And those were the actors that starred in this movie.
Yeah, this movie was a weird installment to the Star Wars franchise. I mean, this wasn't a theater release. This was a broadcasted television show.
Yeah, this was like a TV special.
Yeah, it was aired like instead of the Incredible Hulk one night.
Yeah.
Though I feel like I wish I would have watched the Incredible Hulk instead of this.
Yeah, for some reason CBS agreed to this. So.
Yeah, why?
They were riding that success of A New Hope. This came out 1 year after A New Hope. That was like the biggest blockbuster of all time. CBS was probably so thrilled. We're like, we're going to have this awesome Star Wars special. Everyone's going to watch it. We're going to put Hulk on the back burner for this baby.
Just top 10 moments before disaster.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so much to get into. Basically, the general premise of this movie is we get to see Chewbacca's family celebrating Space Christmas, which they call Life Day.
Yeah, it's called a holiday special, and it's basically just a sub-Christmas holiday
Sub-Christmas,
special.
yeah. It's so weird.
Yeah, they've got Life Day instead of Christmas in a galaxy far, far away.
And the main conflict is that Chewbacca is trying to get home to his family for Life Day, but they're like being chased by the Republic.
Yeah.
And that's the movie.
Yeah, the Empire.
Oh, you can't forget the fact that there's a bunch of little segments.
But they
prolonging
don't make
the entire story.
Yeah, so if we just want to jump into this, I'd seen a lot. I've watched basically every YouTube review, like, just rip this movie to pieces. So I basically knew the whole movie, but I'd never seen it. So I did want to watch it and get the full experience. And I'd seen all these videos and I knew all the funniest moments and the bits and stuff. But what nobody kind of really conveyed to me was that this is almost like I would call this like an anthology. It's like a bunch of weird little shorts cut up between this like connective tissue of the Wookiee family.
Yeah.
It's very odd.
But it's like they tried to weave it into a full story, but even then, like, the connections are so weak that it feels like an anthology, like
right,
you said.
Yeah. Like 90% of the sections have just nothing to do with anything.
No.
It's so bizarre.
This movie has Jefferson Starship.
Yeah.
And one of the Golden Girls.
Yeah, one of the Golden Girls.
It has Jefferson Starship and one of the Golden Girls, and those are the only two special like guests that I recognized from this.
Yeah.
Because all the other ones I'm like, who are you and why?
Yeah.
Like that's
I wonder if like were all the sections supposed to be cameos or like
I don't know, honestly, because like I know a couple like some of the special guests had more than one segment where they had a cameo.
Yeah.
But like honestly, I don't know. I
guess it was before our time. I mean, like
it was.
I don't personally know who Jefferson Starship is really at all.
Yeah, they went through a couple different names, and like they were originally like Jefferson Airplane, or they were just
were they just like jumping from different auto
not really,
Jefferson
but they
train. Jefferson go-kart.
They're mostly known by just Starship now. So
okay.
Yeah, but what was super interesting about this is that you can actually find this movie on YouTube. Like, if you literally just look up the Star Wars Holiday Special, you can watch this in its entirety on YouTube.
I don't recommend you do
I don't
that.
recommend it, but like you can.
But you can.
If you have 90 minutes to waste, then watch something else, because this is terrible.
Yeah, geez. Yeah, there's... Oh, my God. Chewbacca's family is something else.
Oh.
He is married. He has a child. When did this happen?
He has a mansion. How can he afford that?
He has a treehouse mansion. What the heck? Jeez, there's so much. And, like, oh, my...
If you've got, like, someone tied up in your basement and you, like, are looking for a torture method... Might I suggest something a little less cruel than showing them this movie? That's going a bit too far.
That's going a bit too far. Oh my God. Most of the dialogue in this movie is quite literally Wookiee noises.
Yeah, just unintelligible Wookiee noises.
The first... Okay, so... I didn't really pay attention to most of the structure of this movie within the first, like...
There's no structure.
There's no structure, but like I at least paid attention to how things were chronologically, like the first 30 minutes. Mm-hmm. Then the last hour lost me. But anyway, basically the first 12 minutes after the whole like the Star Wars Holiday Special starring yada yada yada, the first 12 minutes of this movie is Wookiee noises. Yeah. There is no human dialogue until 12 minutes into this.
There's not even subtitles either.
No!
It's just three Wookiees yelling at each other.
You're supposed to be able to read what they're saying or what they're talking about from how they're interacting. But heck if I can do that!
Yeah. It's interesting. There are some shows that do that, like kids shows and stuff. I don't know why this is coming to mind, but like Pingu.
Yeah,
he just makes noises, and his whole family does. And, for the life of me, I can't remember what noise it makes. It's really funny.
Noot, noot.
Yeah, the noot, noot. Yeah. He just makes noot, noot noises. But in that show, from the little tiny bits I've seen, you can, you understand everything that's going on. I mean, for God's sakes, it's a kid's show, and the kids aren't confused. Or, Tom and Jerry, they really don't talk at all, but you understand everything that's going on. But this does not fall in that same category.
No.
It is so vague what is happening.
Yeah, I mean, in shows like Pingu, where there's no sort of dialogue or words that people could understand, everything is super expressive. That entire show is it's claymation, and it's a penguin.
Yeah,
and everything that happens in that show is super dynamic and super super like exaggerated.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just not there in like the situation of the Wookiees, and it's like Caitlin said, it's literally just like 3 Wookiees yelling at each other for 12 minutes, and then Mark Hamill shows up.
Well, you can understand parts of it. I mean, the child Wookiee gets yelled at by the mom. That's about all you can understand.
Yeah, he gives him a basket, and like you're supposed to interpret it as something like go to your room or like do your chores or something, but you can't. Like it's not.
That would almost make. Well, okay. Number one, I never thought Pingu would get a shout out on this podcast, but we're really going places with this show. But like, you're absolutely right. That you would infer that the task is, the mom's telling the kid to go do chores and he doesn't want to. And that seems like what it is. But then he takes the basket outside and then he stands on a rail.
Oh, I could go
like
off about that rail.
1,000 feet over
I have so many problems with that
ground.
rail.
The green screening is awful.
He walks this line of death for 30 seconds. It's like so bizarre, and nothing comes of it.
The best part is that they say, or they clearly show that this rail is definitely sturdy enough to support the Wookiee as well. Mm-hmm. And then, when Han and Chewie eventually show up, it easily gets destroyed.
Yeah, you're right. A stormtrooper gingerly falls on it, and he tumbles off the edge.
He trips over a piece of wood.
That's a really good point.
Yeah, the green screening and the sound design is just god-awful in this movie. As if I expected anything better, but
right.
No.
Actually, yeah, they could have, he brought that basket of whatever outside. You could have had something where, something falls out and it's like, oh, that's going to be reincorporated later. But no, the basket doesn't have any purpose. Him walking on the rail doesn't have any purpose.
Yeah, they just instantly
that piece
cut back
of wood
to the
is
family.
never established that the stormtrooper trips on. I mean, very just random. This movie is just really random.
It's like an amalgamation of randomness. And in a normal situation, if it's done well, then maybe I would have enjoyed it. But it's just not done well.
No.
There's so many.
No.
There's so many anecdotes and weird little it's almost like you're trying to read a comic book, but the panels are just jumping around willy-nilly.
Yeah.
Oh, and some of them don't even belong to the same company.
Yeah, some of them are it's not even the same story.
This movie feels very un-Star Warsy.
Yeah.
Nothing about it feels like it takes place in this universe.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Leia and C-3PO doing taxes.
Doing taxes in this weird room. Yeah.
As if
definitely
we didn't talk
the
enough
highlight
about
of sci-fi movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh my god.
Just cooking channels
God.
These tutorial videos, nothing that seems like it belongs in this universe.
That cooking segment just made me feel so strange.
It reminds me of Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah, it was like Mrs. Doubtfire but with 6 arms.
Yeah.
I think that was my favorite part of the movie.
when her wig started getting all weird, I'm like, excuse me, what is going on?
I think that was the most entertainment I was able to get.
We glossed over. Well, oh wait, no. Yeah, we've glossed over the part where guy comes in and gives everybody everything.
Yeah, the trader guy was so weird.
Yeah, we're just jumping around all over the place.
Just like this
similar
movie
to
did.
the movie, yeah. Yeah, no, you're right. This weird traitor character is established, and he's very weird. His dialogue is bizarre.
It was done by hand. Solo.
Oh, God. It's really awful.
He calls Han Han. He says Han Solo.
He was talking about the rug being made.
Yeah.
No, but he was using it as an anecdote to it was not an anecdote.
I didn't say the joke was good.
It's like, yeah, your shag rug is coming soon, and it's supposed to be an allusion to the fact that Chewie will be there soon, but it didn't make sense. It literally just sounded like he was talking about a rug.
I thought he was. Didn't he bring a rug later on in the movie?
Yeah.
The one thing that they actually followed up on.
Yeah. Yeah, it was bizarre. And he talks trash about Wookiees several points in the movie, right in front of the Wookiee. He's like, "Oh, these Wookiees, their food is horrible.
Yeah, they're too stupid.
They'll buy anything.
Oh, look at this garbage. Only Wookiees buy this." But there's Wookiees watching him on a telephone FaceTime screen while he's saying this.
Jeez.
It's really weird.
Yeah, why does Chewie's family have access to so much Imperial technology?
Yeah. Like they got like screens and stuff.
They got screens in their what is it, like their shelf thing, and then they've got like a thing that the trader can just talk to the Empire to.
Yeah.
Like
it's never explained.
It doesn't make sense.
I saw this I heard this on YouTube, but I think it's a very good point. It's like these like Wookiees are like shaggy, like weird, dirty space animals, and they're like portrayed as a little bit like savage in the movies, like don't play chess with a Wookiee, he'll rip your arms out of your sockets. And then he's got a nice house, and it's got clean carpets and TV screens and wood paneling, and she's making dinner in the kitchen and watching a YouTube video. It's like, what is going on?
Yeah, it all feels so disconnected.
Yeah.
And like it's just the most confusing and unpleasant viewing experience I think I've ever had in a movie.
Yeah, unpleasant is a good word for it.
No, like one of the things that we skipped over was the whole unpleasant thing with Chewie's dad in the living room.
The trader guy, like, he just delivers like softcore porn to the dad. It's like in front of his family.
It literally, he gives him like a VR headset, and all of a sudden this woman shows up and she's like, I am in your imagination, and then everyone watching is like, wait, what?
Yeah.
What's going on?
It's really like...
Yeah, that threw me off the first time I watched this movie.
Yeah, it's like really overly like sensual. I hate it.
And like she sings, and like she's really pretty. Like,
she sings. Yeah.
Yeah, like her costume is very nice, and like the sequence is very pretty. I mean, I didn't like the song.
ASMR seductiveness. I don't need that.
No,
she's got like this weird thing on her head. It looked like candle wax had been melting on her for an hour.
I could do without the Wookiee seduction segment. I really could have done without that one. No.
I fell asleep once she started singing. I fell asleep for about 5 minutes. And that's not a joke. I'm not being funny. I genuinely fell asleep on my bed for a little while. And then when I woke up, I was like, I definitely should be taking some notes for this movie. But I'd just woken up and she was still singing. So I was still dozing out and trying to write notes at the same time. So let me read to you what I wrote in my like sleepy, drunken... I wasn't drunk. But,
you weren't drunk.
But my notes sound like that. So the first note I wrote is... Scenes are Ishu duped, drawn out.
Ishu.
And then the second one, and this one is just Amish feel lay flectorial D 3 times I. The last N 33:44 minutes. I don't know what I was trying to say.
You sound like you're speaking in an alien language. You sound like one of the aliens.
I was okay, so the first one is, I think, scenes are so stupidly drawn out. And then the second one I think is I have fallen asleep 3 times over the last 33 minutes and 40 seconds. I think that's what I wrote.
I mean, that makes sense. But yeah, good on you for being able to interpret your sleep drunk state.
Yeah.
I'll reiterate what I said before. Just this entire viewing experience was so unpleasant.
Mm-hmm.
And it dragged on for so long. Like, I didn't... Well, Katilyn, would you like to share how long it took you to finish this movie the first time?
So, last year I watched it for the first time. It took me 3 days to finish it.
Yeah.
And even for the second time to watch it, it still took me 2 days, because last night I was an hour in, so like 2/3 of the way through the movie, and I was just done. I had enough. I had to stop. I was losing brain cells at that point, and it wasn't even that late. I was just done. Yeah. I couldn't handle it anymore.
I keep making the mistake of like watching bad movies and not getting like a friend to watch them with me so that we can like laugh at it. I'm like sitting alone in my dark room, and I'm like, I am just miserable right now.
So miserable.
I'm just in pain and I cannot get over it. So this might have been a semi-enjoyable experience with a friend to laugh at the movie with, but I just didn't think about that, and I watched it on my own. On your own, it will make you depressed. I was not feeling good after this movie. I'm like, what have I done? What am I doing?
I've seen Birdemic. Birdemic is better.
Oh yeah, no, I watched that one with a bunch of friends, and that was a very enjoyable
that's
experience.
a good one to make
That
fun
was a
of.
great one.
And I'm pretty sure Cats, I've heard that one is ironically good too.
I watched that one with some
So
friends
yeah, if you need
too.
90 minutes to waste, watch those two. Don't watch this movie.
No, please
Yeah.
avoid this one at all costs. I mean, George Lucas wanted to like erase this one from existence.
I don't blame him.
Yeah, the exact quote that he said is, "If I had the time and a hammer, I would go around and personally destroy every copy of this movie ever made."
But yeah, here we are, still talking about it.
Yeah.
Sorry, George.
No, it's never going away. It's you're done.
Well, now that they've referenced it in The Mandalorian, they can't really get rid of it.
Did they really reference it to
Twice.
The Mandalorian?
Twice.
Oh my god.
They're like, "Oh yeah, Life Day is coming up
Yeah,
here soon."
in the pilot episode, they reference Life Day, and then that gun that Mando has, that is used by Boba Fett in the cartoon portion. Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that one.
Yeah, I think we'll save talking about the cartoon portion for the next part. I think we should take a quick break for some music, and then we'll come back to talk more about this wretched movie.
All right then. Stay tuned.
Stay
We'll be
tuned.
right back.
Welcome back to the madness. That is our review of the Star Wars Holiday Special.
That's not a bad tagline for when we come back, actually.
Happy holidays, everybody. Here's a terrible Star Wars movie.
Yeah, be in misery for a little bit.
You know, I was gonna watch Thanksgiving over the Thanksgiving break, and I didn't.
Oh my god.
And now it doesn't feel appropriate.
No.
There's a very small window of time that feels okay to watch that movie.
I don't. Is it 1 minute? Because there's no appropriate time to watch that movie.
I mean, on Thanksgiving Day, maybe.
Yeah, I think it'll have to be next Thanksgiving.
God. Yeah, I feel like we need to kind of pick up where we left off talking about this. There is a good 15 minutes or
For which part?
the animated segment.
Yeah, it was long. Or at least it felt long.
There was a good chunk of this movie that is completely 2D animated.
Yeah.
It's a cartoon basically. And it's bad.
It is.
It is
atrocious.
Bad. It is atrocious.
See, I thought it was one of the better segments in the film.
I mean,
I agree with that.
Yeah.
It might have been.
But probably only because of Boba Fett. That's it.
Yeah, honestly, I wrote
it's
because this would have been before Empire that this came out, so
Yeah.
that's kind of interesting that they were already having his character in development.
Well, yeah, this was his first appearance, so.
I didn't know that until I watched it today. I'm like, oh wow, that's actually kind of cool. But
yeah. Just because it's one of the higher points of this movie, it doesn't mean it's good.
There's nothing good
There's
in this
nothing
movie.
good. No. No. And listen, I'm an animation student. I'm studying animation in college right now, and I can confidently say that this part of the movie was god awful.
Yeah, it was bad. I don't think we can go another moment longer without talking about the character design.
Jeez,
and
the character
just
design.
how stretched out.
Why was everybody so long? Han Solo's face was so long.
It was, and his eyes were closed permanently.
Yeah,
they were never open.
It was so over exaggerated to the point where because sometimes in art forms over exaggeration is done well and done in a way that makes it make sense.
Mm-hmm.
But in this sense, it's not.
It looks like a
not.
political cartoon.
It looks like it's someone trying to make fun of Star Wars and Han Solo.
Yeah.
Yeah, and one of the biggest properties of animation is squash and stretch, making everything stretchy and malleable.
Yeah, I think they overdid it.
Oh, they really overdid it on this one.
Yeah.
The squash and stretch, exaggeration. Everything was just completely overdone.
Mm-hmm.
And the cherry on top was the fact that the voice acting was, yeah,
Ass-tastic.
You're not even gonna talk about the lovely story. That the fact that the only cure for this stupid sleeping virus is to hang somebody upside down.
It was so dumb.
Yeah.
It doesn't make
so
any
dumb.
sense. Also, Boba Fett's riding a dinosaur.
Yeah. Yeah, and like it's like I don't know why you're wasting your time feeding this insignificant creature. I'm like, what the heck is going on?
It's like this weird Saturday morning cartoon for like babies.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It was just bizarre. And I mean, everything here is bizarre, but I don't know. I don't know what they were trying to do.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're trying to do for anything. Basically, everything we've said for all the other segments applies here, but it might have been okay if it wasn't so ugly to look at.
Yeah, it was even the color scheme was just ugly.
Yeah, it was real bad.
I mean, I will cut it some slack because it was the 70s, but like still. It looked bad.
Yeah, I'm like we were getting like Mickey Mouse cartoons in like the 50s, and those looked great. They still hold up.
I don't know. I mean, I really wanted to like the animated segment, but
I still think it's better than Aladdin King of Thieves.
Is that like the third or fourth?
That is the third one where they ran out of money.
The third sequel to Aladdin, to Disney's Aladdin. No.
How I like to describe that movie as there was 5 animators and 2 colors, yet their budget was over $1 million. So
yeah, Disney sequels are another monster we'll have to tackle another day. But yeah, I need to talk about the voice acting because there's so many times where it just doesn't fit. I mean, it was specifically apparent in C-3PO's voice acting.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure that was not Anthony Daniels doing that voice.
Probably not.
Because
no.
like it just sounded like there was no inflection or like anything in his voice, and I'm like, Jude. I mean, everybody else. This is just an in general comment. Everybody, like the more named actors, were giving it their all. They were doing it, and even though they didn't really want to, I mean, they still, at least in my eyes, they tried.
I kind of disagree. I think Han Solo is just phoning it in this one. He is tired in this movie.
But like Mark Hamill was there. Like he tried. Like Carrie Fisher probably, but like none of them wanted to be there.
No.
Well, Harrison Ford at one point actually, like, he was on a talk show. And he's like, yeah, or like whoever the host was like, yeah, weren't you on the holiday special? And he denied it.
Yeah, I watched that interview. It was on like the Conan show.
Yeah, the Conan show.
Yeah. Conan was like, yeah, do you remember the holiday special? And Harrison Ford was like, no. And he's like, well, what would you say if we found a clip? And then he goes over to strangle him.
Yeah. Harrison Ford's over like everything at this
He's
point.
over. He's over basically everything Star Wars.
I think he wanted to be
at this
killed
point.
off in like the first of the prequel.
Yeah,
or the sequel movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was done with Han Solo. He didn't even really want to come back for like The Force Awakens.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they're doing Indiana Jones 5 now.
Yeah, they are doing Indiana Jones 5 now.
I can't even. I can't even.
I mean, I'm just afraid that it's gonna be like Spiral, where
Harrison Ford is an old man now.
Yeah, I know.
He's
I'm just afraid that it's gonna be like it's gonna be like preying off the fact that like everybody loves the classic Indiana Jones, but it's gonna be just bad.
It'll.
I mean, because Crystal Skull was disappointing.
Oh, Crystal Skull was pretty bad. Yeah, this is a little off topic, but it's directed by the director of Logan.
Oh.
And I love that movie. So
that was the one with that was the Wolverine one, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
the like Wolverine send off swan song movie. So like I don't know, maybe it'll be good, but regardless, yeah.
Yeah, off topic, but I mean it's for Harrison Ford, so it doesn't really matter.
At least it won't be as bad as the holiday special. God. I don't know how they could make it worse than the holiday special.
Is this the second? Wait, how many times have we talked about Harrison Ford on this podcast? We talked about him.
Multiple times.
We talked about him during the Blade Runner episode.
Oh yeah.
Was there any other movie? I don't remember.
I don't think so.
But yeah.
Yeah, no, this was one of the worst movies I've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, like a long time. Katilyn, man, you are just like 0 for 4 right now with the good movies. But
0 for 4.
I love it. It makes for good content. I'm not trying to.
Hey, when I picked Star Wars,
you.
I didn't say that it was going to be good.
Yeah, I mean, we'll wait till you're back on and we get to review some of the classics, and then we'll see.
I'll just destroy them.
Oh yeah, no, we're finally about to be over the hump now.
Yeah, we're finally.
with
I mean,
this.
we thought we were over it at the end of Revenge of the Sith, but we forgot that we still had to.
I should
do
just be
this.
really mean and make you two watch the Ewok adventure movies.
No,
There's the Ewok
no,
Adventure.
no.
There's two of
You
them
could,
even.
in theory, you could make us watch the animated Attack of the Clones movie that came out.
Wait,
Please
wasn't
don't.
Yeah, I'm putting my co-host foot down. No.
Even better, we start the new year off with the 45-minute long Lego holiday special.
I'd be okay with that.
That
Yeah,
one is
like
great.
Lego
in
that's another
comparison.
story. That's a
Yeah.
whole different ball.
Yeah, if you're gonna watch any holiday special, watch that one.
I looked up trivia for this movie, and the first two articles were Lego Star Wars holiday special. So.
Yeah, because that came out last year,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
I feel like there are two specific parts of this movie that we still have yet to talk about. We did kind of touch on it, the stupid instruction manual that Lumpy decides to watch.
Yeah, that was.
Okay.
Lumpy is Chewbacca's son. His name is Lumpy.
Yeah. Well, his dad's name is Itchy.
His dad's name is Itchy, and then what's his mom's name?
Mala.
Mala, yeah.
Yeah, Chewbacca is like a cool name, and Mala is like, for a female Wookiee name, that's pretty decent.
Yeah.
But Itchy and Lumpy,
Itchy
man.
and Lumpy.
Imagine if it was Han Solo and his partner Lumpy. Like, come on, dude.
Well, I'm pretty sure that it's like they're like nicknames. I literally have this pulled up. So the names of Chewbacca's family were later explained to have been nicknames. Their full names being Malatabuk, Mala, Atchitacook, that's a lot, which is Itchy, and Lumpawaru.
The new COVID variant name is just dropped.
Watch out for the Lumpawaru. Keep wearing your masks, everybody.
Yeah. Oh my.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I knew that they were nicknames.
Oh, dude, that's a stretch.
Yeah.
They are really trying to make
I
like,
have
a Star
no
Wars-y name
idea.
for
I
that.
have no idea how to pronounce Itchy's real name. If you feel like Googling it, Google it. But oh my god.
Give it a try. Take the Itchy challenge. See if you can pronounce it.
But yeah, back on topic to what I was talking about. Lumpy, the Imperial, the Empire just like decides to break into Chewbacca's home.
Yeah,
for
just
some reason.
because.
They don't break in. They nicely knock and they open the sliding door.
Yeah, but then they
Like
just
the
gotta,
grocery
cave
store
in.
door.
Yeah.
But the main guy who was like the instigator of this tells Lumpy to go clean his room after they trashed it, looking for any sign that they are involved with the rebellion.
Yeah.
And then he goes and watches this like instruction video for this like transmitter panel or something.
Yeah, it's like a 5-minute segment, and it's like, it's the
was
most
painful.
unfunny thing I've ever seen.
See, I watched somebody's video on it, and I'm pretty sure. Well, they made a good point in saying that it could have been like a toy or something that was supposed to be released, because that's the only way it would have made sense.
Yeah.
I don't-
Because watching a child Wookiee play with something that I can't even compare it to anything because I don't know.
No.
It looks like a typewriter.
It was like a
almost.
typewriter
Yeah.
or something, yeah. And of course, the guy who's trying to explain how to do it is like a malfunctioning robot.
Yeah, and he keeps like, oh, I'm breaking down. Oh, make a funny face, and
Doesn't he fall down?
yeah.
He like falls down at the end with like a bunch of weird sound, and like the footage gets looped every now and then where it looks like he's like glitching out.
That part of the movie, just the best adjective for it is cringe.
It's
I mean, it is
cringe.
cringe.
Like it was like they tried to be funny, but it didn't land. I was like, just charge Robot Man. Like,
Yes, it is so bad. It is just atrocious.
Yeah.
I think one of the only few segments that we haven't really quite brought up yet is B. Arthur's
Yes.
really
Yes.
long segment.
it was long, but like
It wasn't terrible.
it wasn't terrible. I mean, it wasn't good, but it wasn't one of the lower points of this movie.
I do have problems with it though.
Yeah, well, obviously we have problems with every single
A
part
guy
of this
whose
movie.
head who looks like a volcano keeps on hitting on her, and she
Dude.
keeps on denying him, but he can't catch the hint.
It reminds me of that one TikTok that's like, dude, she's just not into
I love that
song. Gotta
Yeah.
move on. It's just that.
Yeah, but he can't.
Well, and the segment is like split up into just two equally random parts. There's this guy that's like hitting on her, and it's like, it's not funny, and it's just sad.
Yeah, it's like sad.
And then the second segment which has nothing to do with the first segment, is just her like trying to kick people out of her bar.
Yeah, because like the emperor's like
she's gonna
curfew.
sing. Yeah, they're like curfew, and
Everyone go home now.
Yeah, nobody wants to leave, and so B. Arthur decides to sing a song and then make a conga line of people leaving.
Yeah, she like Mary Poppins everyone out. It's just, it's weird.
It's so weird.
I love B. Arthur so much. I unironically, I love the Golden Girls. Well,
yeah, I mean,
so much.
It was a good show.
So like to see that, I'm like, okay, it's hard for me to hate it when someone that I like so much is in it, but that it's not an excuse and they don't get a pass for it because it was still just. B. Arthur was giving it her all.
Oh, yeah,
I'll say
she was giving
like,
it her all.
She put way too much effort into this stupid little thing that she was in. But...
See, there's still two other issues that I have. So before this segment even starts, they're like in Chewbacca's house, and they're like, the Imperials are there watching something on their TV that's, you know, some Imperial broadcast, and then it's like, oh yes, life on Tatooine.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Yeah, I don't.
Why?
Just why? Actually, you're right, because the implication is that it's like, yeah.
They almost like convey it as like a documentary, but it's
They're
not.
like, here, we're gonna show you the lowest of the low, the just scummiest life forms that have ever walked the earth, and these moral characters should show you how not to live your life. Yeah, you're right. I forgot about that.
It's so strange.
It's really weird.
Then, I don't know if B. Arthur's character, she owns the bar, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. She was at least like working as a bartender.
She keeps on saying that drinks are on the house. That's a terrible business model.
It really is. Yeah, she was like,
how is she making money?
Like, excuse me?
Yeah,
I think she said that like twice during
I mean,
that
she
scene.
must make money because no one wants to leave her bar.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Well, yeah, I don't think I'd want to leave a bar if the bartender keeps on saying drinks are on the house. Like,
and if the bartender was B. Arthur,
Well,
I wouldn't
That's
leave.
true, yeah. I mean, I had no idea. I didn't watch The Golden Girls a lot when I was younger, or like I didn't really watch the show all that much. But I mean, as soon as I heard her voice, I was like, oh, I get it now. And then like I looked it up and I was like, oh, it is B. Arthur. So yeah, that was a really nice surprise, and I didn't enjoy the part of it, but I mean it wasn't one of the worst parts of the movie.
I think
the Cantina band was there though.
Well, yeah, they
get a little shout out. Honestly, like all of the characters from the first movie, like all of like the alien creatures that are in that first movie are like in this one.
Yeah,
they just look worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Greedo, or the species that he is, like the version of him in this one has got really long fingers that look bad.
Yeah,
and, like,
I might have missed that.
Really latexy long fingers that look awful. Yeah,
they made Greedo.
Yeah, I don't know. And then
Greedo.
And then at the very end, the segment ends on a kind of a dark tone, in my opinion, or like a dark note. B. Arthur kicks everyone out of the bar, even like her like bodyguard helper, and then she turns back around to the bar, and the guy that was like hitting on her all night and creeping on her is there, and he like pours her a drink. It's like, and then the segment ends. It's like, oh, I don't like that at all.
What happened to her?
I like how she denied him the entire time, and then was kind of like, okay, fine, you can stay. And then she kicks everybody out, and then she's like, oh, you're the bartender now. Okay.
Jeez.
Role reversal.
Role reversal.
I want to... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. I mean, the entire finale of this movie is a trip, too.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all like cult stuff?
Yeah.
That's what the end of this movie is.
That's what I wrote down. I'm like...
Don't you just love it when your favorite Star Wars characters and one of their families is a part of a cult?
Yeah.
A space cult?
They're in like a Wookiee cult.
You got like a Wookiee cult, and then like Carrie Fisher singing, and
they all don these red robes and then walk into like a beam of light.
Yeah, it's so
they're like holding
culty.
stuff,
and they're
too.
holding these little like orbs of like lights. It's so weird.
Like if you thought the beginning parts of this, you can't even really call it a movie. It's like a variety show, basically.
yeah, honestly.
If you got through like 95% of that, this is where you'll get lost because it's unlike how any of the rest of the movie was.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
No,
like, it just throws you for a curveball after so many of those. You're like, okay, this might as well just happen.
Yeah.
They're all pondering the orb.
Yeah, it's just so weird. And then Carrie Fisher's song. I really like Carrie Fisher.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Yeah,
but
rest in peace, that
her
legend.
song was not good
It
either.
was
I don't
not
think she even did a
good.
very good job singing. She was like holding herself back from like.
Well, the weird thing about that is that she insisted on singing during it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my God! It seemed like she was being forced to do it.
No, she insisted on singing something during it.
Wow.
Which is weird because like Mark Hamill
Because she said
didn't.
she wasn't. She said that she wasn't gonna do it if she wasn't allowed to sing during it.
Oh my.
Wow.
Yeah, she was
Oh
adamant.
my.
Or at least that's what I was told from someplace.
I
don't know.
guess. I mean, this whole movie's whack enough. I believe it.
Yeah, and like Mark Hamill, who like can sing and has a singing background, refused to sing in this movie.
Is a singing background?
Or I believe he did a Broadway show or something at one
Really?
point. Or
Oh.
he is a voice actor and he does like
He's
Yeah.
extremely talented, though.
He's extremely talented with his voice.
Mm-hmm.
So if he could, I'm pretty sure he can also sing, but it wouldn't surprise me since most people who can voice act can also sing.
I just don't think of Star Wars as being the appropriate setting for a song.
No,
I don't think
that-
the Star Wars main theme needs lyrics.
No.
Yeah, actually, it was just the main theme.
No, yeah, it was. Yeah, there was just. I think that's why all of the like segments where they broke into song threw me off so bad is because like they don't belong in a Star Wars movie.
Right, yeah.
Like I don't need a musical. Like if I want a musical, I'll go watch like Les Mis or something. Like
Yeah.
I want to watch
I don't know
Star
what
Wars
you're
for
talking
Star
about.
Wars.
In A New Hope, I definitely loved the part where Luke stopped everything and started singing out of nowhere.
Yeah.
He's just hanging out in the Millennium Falcon, just singing.
It's like, what the
There's,
frick?
I'll accept singing in Jabba's palace, and that's it. I think that's it.
That's
I
it,
won't
yeah.
accept it anywhere else.
What other times has there been singing in Star Wars?
I don't know.
I
I'm
mean,
trying
there
to
was
think.
there was
The
that
Cantina
one.
Band.
They've got the
I guess.
Cantina
yeah.
Band, yeah.
But I guess they don't really have lyrics.
No,
And
no.
then like the bubble orchestra, there was like just whoa.
Oh, that's true.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Do you know about that one Sith that I can't remember? his
I
name?
suppose they've got like
The one Sith that nobody knows the name of.
they've got like music at the like end of Return of the Jedi. Like I think the
think
Ewoks are playing
so.
music.
Does
Am I
he-
just making
yeah.
that up in my brain?
Oh yeah, because like they have that like spoiler alert. They have like the funeral segment.
Yeah. But I thought they were
Or
playing.
I
Like,
might be thinking of the Lego games. I'm.
I thought they
Are you
had like
talking about the one where they're in the forest and then like the ghosts of Yoda and Obi-Wan and Anakin are just there?
Yeah. Oh,
No, it was Qui-Gon. It was like Qui-Gon.
Oh.
Yoda. It was Qui-Gon, Yoda, and
was Qui-Gon there? I thought it was.
in the Lego game. I think we're
Oh, the Lego game. Oh, gotcha.
it was Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan, and Yoda. They were all just chilling out as ghosts.
I thought
Gotcha.
Anakin was supposed to be there though.
It might have been. I
He
don't
is
know.
in the movies,
Honestly,
I know
I
that
don't
for sure.
remember.
Oh yeah, in the Phantom Menace at the very end of the movie they're singing, and then speaking of like strange orbs, Princess Amidala just holds up that pink energy ball.
Oh
You know what I'm
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about?
she,
Yeah.
yeah, like they like it's like the peace orb between her and the Gungans.
Right,
like,
yeah, they were singing there. But
yeah. Other than no, Star Wars does not need to be a mute. Yeah, that's right, Deborah. Star Wars does not need to
Deborah.
be. Did I say Deborah?
Deborah.
No, it's not Deborah. I'm sorry.
Deborah. You still got Baby Driver on the brain.
I really do. I got Baby Driver on the mind, man. I am so sorry.
Deborah. Oh man.
Sorry.
Let me
Listen, I'm
see.
sick and I have no brain cells. I'm still recovering, man.
I like how they like try to do like a black screen and they're like, oh okay, the movie's done. No, it's not. Here's Chewie and his family having their lovely meal.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
like, can we just cut the zoom shot and or like roll credits or something? I gotta be done with this.
There
Let
were
me leave.
so many points in the last 15 minutes that it could and should have ended.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, like-
it refused to die. It was like a cockroach.
Yeah,
it
it was
wouldn't die. It wouldn't go away.
He like sprayed it with rain. You hit it with a freaking
This movie should have
roll of
been
newspaper.
Yeah,
Kill it.
yeah. This movie should have been like 30 minutes if you cut everything down and only focus on the like. But that there's not even a story. Like,
No.
if you cut everything down so that it wasn't unbearable, this would be like 15 minutes long.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's-
all you need to watch is like the animated part. Not because it's good, but because it's Boba Fett's first appearance.
Yeah,
And he's actually a staple in Star Wars now.
Yeah.
Anything else that was mentioned during this just doesn't apply.
Yeah.
We were talking about Jefferson Starship a little bit off air because they have a segment in this movie.
Yeah, they have a little bit of a segment. Like, it's just the trader guy showing off something
Here's
that
a
he
music
brought
video.
them. And yeah, he literally like opens a case in front of one of the the Republic officers, and he just like sits there and like is watching this like music video.
He's genuinely
Just,
enjoying it,
yeah,
too.
just like this
Yeah.
like virtual Jefferson Starship.
Well, and all of the instruments in this little music video had a pink glowing effect.
Yeah.
So much that it looked like the singer was singing from a mic, like a light. It looked like the singer was singing into a lightsaber.
Oh my God.
For that part, and the drums could have been anything. There was not one part of the drum kit that was intelligible. Like, it was just a
Yeah.
pink blob. Same for the guitars and stuff, and the keyboard, too. I mean,
Yeah.
like, horrible effects.
That segment was so long too. Like that was like I was expecting that to be like the length of a song, like 3 minutes. It went on for like at least 5. Or like
Yeah.
almost 7. I'm like, excuse me, can we get on with this movie, please? I can't do this.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah.
So I think we mentioned before that George Lucas really wasn't involved in this at all.
No, he wasn't.
So I
mean,
found
yeah.
something in the footnotes for this. So the person who played Lumpy said that Lucas was sent the dailies of each day's shooting, but was never actually on set.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
So he saw all this, hopefully. Maybe-
Whose
probably not.
idea was this? Who did this
Well, he wanted a
stem
movie
from?
about the Wookiee noises. Or not about the
About
Wookiee
the
noises.
Wookiee noises.
The Wookiee he wanted a movie about Chewbacca's family. Like, that's where
Yeah,
the
he
starting
wanted
point
just
was.
Wookiees.
Okay.
It went downhill from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he wasn't even, like, when I was looking at, like, who made this, like, he didn't show up in any of, like, the writing credits or, like, producing credits, only about the fact that he, like, wrote the characters and, like, the story of Star Wars.
Listen, man, somebody needs to be held accountable for this whole thing.
Yeah, and
Who
it's...
are we lynch mobbing?
I mean, it was, like, directed by Steve Binder.
Did he make anything else that's worth note?
I would not be surprised if he didn't. Let's do this. Let's go to break. We'll go to our last break, and then we'll come back and do the trivia and find out all of our fun facts about the cast of this movie that we need to think about.
All right, sounds like a plan. We will be right back.
Stay tuned. All right, we're back.
Okay.
And it's time to get into some little trivia and fun facts and stuff.
Yeah, we're almost at the end.
We're almost to the end of this. Oh, God.
And then I never have
There's
to
a
think
light at
about
the
this
end of the
movie
cult tunnel.
ever again.
There's a light at the
Oh,
end
God.
of the... We're all bringing our orbs to the light tunnel to celebrate Life Day.
Just offer it as sacrifice.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want me to go first with trivia?
Sure.
All right. So, in this movie, Mark Hamill looks very caked up with makeup. Like, he looks very, very fake. But there was a reason behind this. So, why did Mark Hamill look like he was wearing so much makeup in this film?
Wasn't there some, like, facial reconstruction? I don't know, some surgery, right?
I was gonna do this as like a fun fact, but he was in a car wreck, wasn't he? Yeah.
Yes. So it was Mark Hamill's face was heavily made up because he was recovering from a reconstructive surgery after a nearly fatal car accident.
Oh, that's rough.
So rough for him to have that happen and then immediately come to this movie. Like, oh.
To be fair,
It's
nowadays,
like being hit
I don't...
twice.
Yeah. He was in a car wreck and then he was in a train wreck.
Good Lord. Mark Hamill, you legend.
To be fair, I wouldn't have been able to tell today.
Well, yeah, no, I
he
mean,
got
I
off
didn't
really
know.
lucky.
Yeah.
Like facial reconstruction surgery, and you can't even tell. That's pretty impressive.
How many times did this special air?
That was my damn question.
Darn it!
Dang it. It was once. The special was the special was broadcast in its entirety in the U.S. only once on Friday, November 17th, 1978, the week before Thanksgiving.
Wow.
On the television network CBS, preempting Wonder Woman and the Incredible Hulk.
I still think they should have just played the Incredible Hulk.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that looked bad too.
I mean,
based off of their little thing that they had.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it looked better. It was probably better than this.
That was a really funny way for the video to start. I really like, because you can watch the whole thing on YouTube, and it starts off like the very first thing is like, oh, and tonight there will be no Incredible Hulk, and then they kind of go right into the opening.
Yeah, it's like it was recorded straight from somebody's TV who was broadcasting this. Like, it literally shows that this is sponsored by General Mills, or like was it
General Motors.
General Motors, not General Mills. That's cereal.
Which I thought that was ironic because, you know, Millennium Falcon is technically a vehicle.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, was that planned?
Oh, I actually thought about opening the podcast by saying this podcast is sponsored by General Motors.
That might have gotten us in trouble.
Yeah, probably. All right, I got one. So in 2004, some guy named David Hofstede. Yeah, I think that's what it is. He wrote a book called What Were They Thinking? The 100 Dumbest Events in Television History. What spot out of 100 did the holiday special get on this list?
Oh, it got to be in the top 10.
Yeah, I'm going to go, well, maybe not top 10. I'll go with, are you looking for like top something or just like a number?
Just out of 100.
Let's go with 25.
You're 25 off. It was number 1.
See, I was going to guess that, but then I was like, that's way too high. There has to be other things.
You should have
worse.
gone for it. There might be, and maybe this guy is just like a huge Star Wars fan and hates it.
Did it specify that it was stuff on TV or just like movies in general?
Just the 100 dumbest events in television history.
Oh.
So I don't really know. I don't really know what the list would consist of. But I don't think it's too much of a stretch to imagine that this is one of the worst things to ever put on TV.
Yeah. Mean, yeah, that makes sense, to be honest.
Yeah. So Caitlin stole your second.
Yeah, she stole my second one. So
if you want, I can steal another one.
You got another one, Caitlin?
So the night that it aired, 13 million Americans watched.
13 million?
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no.
I guess, in the 70s.
Yeah, and like I said, it was, it never made it to DVD or CD or VHS or whatever it was at the time.
And even if it did, George Lucas did say if he had a time and a sledgehammer.
Although the animated part was the only one that actually made it to DVD.
Oh.
Yeah,
which
apparently,
makes sense.
Yeah, it's on like some like special features on like other movies and stuff. So
because I mean that makes sense. I mean, it's a little animated short. Sure, the story's dumb. Sure, the animation looks weird, but like animation is a very, very time-consuming thing. And I would really, I mean, I would feel bad. Like if I was on that project to have all of that go to waste. Yeah. That would have made me upset. But like I understand why it's like on special features now, even though it's like bad.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that I would like feel more bad or less bad if like the animation segment like didn't get preserved, because like think about like just the set designers. Like I don't think the set's well designed, but think about all the work they had to go into to like build that whole set, and then just for everybody to dunk on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. That animation.
This movie does have a Wilhelm scream.
Yep.
It does. Yeah.
Every Star Wars movie has to have
every Star Wars movie's got to have one.
All right. So I've got one more. So a little fun fact and then the trivia question. When CBS aired this holiday special on a Friday night in mid-November, apparently, from what I read online, that suggests that they knew they had a fiasco on their hands and were trying to minimize the damage by playing it at that time on that date.
Oh.
I don't know what about playing something on a Friday night prevents people from seeing it.
Yeah, wouldn't Friday night
that doesn't
be the
really
ideal
make
time?
sense, but I guess, I don't know, from whatever website
wasn't it
I
like
got
it
this
was
from.
around like it was like from like 8 to 10 p.m., wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean it's like
I mean, I guess they assumed people would be like partying or like out at a bar or something on that later.
I mean,
on
a normal day, that I guess that time would make sense.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
I don't know. I feel
like if you're really gonna damage control a fiasco, play it at like Monday.
Play it on a Sunday morning at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
So that nobody can watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because everybody would be like, either just sleeping in or going to church or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, so apparently they thought it was going to be a fiasco on their hands, and that's when they aired it. So back how I don't know if this still exists now, but back in the day they had something called the Nelson Top 10 for a week, in terms of like what did the best or what got the most viewings.
Yeah.
What spot did this rank on the Nielsen Top 10 for the week?
Oh. Does
Not
it go
even
further,
on there.
Does it go further than the 10, or does it like...
Just the 10.
Oh,
just the
Is it
10.
10?
I don't know. I mean, you said 13 million Americans watched it.
What, was it 13 or was it 16? Maybe. It's 13, yeah. 13.
Okay. I'll say that was like...
That's a lot for
I'll go with a
1978.
solid 4. I'll say it right 4.
You know what? I'll say 6.
You actually had it right the first time, Caitlin.
Oh, it wasn't
it
even on
didn't
the
even
list?
break the list.
That's what I was assuming, but I was
wasn't
trying to be
even
nice.
on there.
Okay, yeah, I mean, it made sense, because, like, I was like, I don't know.
Well,
like,
I guess, like, I mean, think about it. Like, what better did you have to do in the 70s than just, like, watch TV?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's true.
This is coming from, like, 3 Gen Zers. Or, I don't even know what umbrella we fall under, but...
I mean, I watched a lot of TV as a kid.
Oh,
and
I
I was
watched so
born
much
in, like,
TV
I was
when
born
I-
in, like, 2002.
Yeah,
No,
no,
yeah,
but
I
how much
watched so
TV
much
would you
TV
be
as a
watching on a
kid.
Friday night?
Probably a lot, considering, like,
Okay.
I watched cartoons
Like,
all the time.
Yeah,
Right.
but like you know, any 70s kid would, or any person on a Friday night would probably be hanging out with friends, though.
Yeah.
And maybe not watching a movie.
Yeah.
I remember, like, my mom said that when she was a kid, like, Wizard of Oz would be on one time each year, and it was, like, such an event that, like, just all of her friends stayed at their homes to watch The Wizard of Oz the one night a year.
Well, because back then they didn't have like DVR or anything. Like
Right,
if you miss something, my grandma was telling me about this while I was home for Thanksgiving break. If you missed something while it was on TV in like the 70s or like the 80s, where they didn't have a way to like record it, you missed it.
Yeah.
You missed. You
Couldn't you
completely
record
missed
things
it.
with VHS tapes, though?
Yeah, but I mean, like that was when like that kind of technology was really new. So.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, crazy how much times have changed. I mean, like, I watched VHS. My family had a VHS player, but it maybe until I was like 5. But now we like don't have one anymore.
We've
but we
still
still
got-
have so many VHS tapes.
We've still got 2 hooked up, actually.
Wow.
I have this army of Thomas the Tank Engine VHS tapes. Just a huge collection of them.
Yeah, my dad has a huge collection of just every VHS, but they're mostly Disney, but like a lot of VHS tapes. But
I actually got the original trilogy on VHS.
nice.
And I remember watching those when I was a kid, yeah. So yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, VHS is a fun technology that not many people nowadays will probably know.
Yeah.
You pull out those in cassette tapes and kids will be confused.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Just you're making me feel old and I'm 19. Did you have any other tidbits or facts or anything?
I mean, not that I haven't already mentioned, no.
All right. I think then we'll move into our final thoughts and then close out this episode.
Okay. Who wants to go first?
Let's have the guests go first. Caitlin.
I have a one-word review.
Okay.
Why? Just why?
Just
Yeah.
why? What would you rank it out of 10?
Okay, so based off of my notes from last year when I watched it, I put it as a -2.
I
Yes,
like it.
that's mean, but I'll be nice. It's a -1.
There you go.
Okay,
There you go.
all right.
I guess I'll go next. I'll just have to repeat everything that I've already said. This is the most unpleasant viewing experience I've ever had watching a movie. I have never been more confused. Nothing makes sense and I'm upset. Why are Wookiees watching the things that they're watching and why doesn't it make sense?
Why do they make noises for a third of the movie?
Yeah. Oh my. There's. I mean, Katilyn pretty much summed it up with her one-word review. Just why. I mean, there's just I really did not enjoy this movie. I really did not. So
I'm sorry for putting you through that.
I think I'm gonna rank it at a modest 0.5 out of 10.
Oh no.
We do decimals on this show.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. I despise this. It was soul sucking. I mean, it
was.
really took just so much out of me.
I mean, I was
to
already
watch
having a
this.
day to watch this, but like, oh god.
Yeah.
I mean, you wonder why it took me 3 days the first time.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you at all because it's so random and nonsense and nothing. It's nothing.
Like-
nothing. Nothing.
I mean, like I've said before, if you're bored, don't watch this.
Yes. No, yeah. Don't even
Like-
just don't even watch it.
Google the synopsis, and then that's it.
Go watch the JonTron video.
Yeah.
God, it's
Go watch the
significantly better.
I Hate Everything video. I'm sure there's 80 other million YouTubers who have done reviews on this. Just go watch that, and you'll have such a better experience. It'll be more funny, and you'll still have an hour left of your day.
Yeah. You
Absolutely.
get nothing. You
avoid it.
lose. Good day, sir.
Yeah. I mean, I guess if we're going by decimals, I give it a 0.5. On
Yeah.
Letterboxd, I'll be giving it a 1 out of 10. For
Wait, you're gonna be nice and give it a
1000%.
1?
I guess I never
Can
rate.
you do decimals on Letterboxd?
Yeah, you can do half ones.
Oh, then yeah, I guess a half star out of a full 5. Yeah. For sure.
All right, that was all of us. So, movie bad. thanks for listening.
This is the worst movie that I've ever watched for this podcast.
You're
I
welcome.
feel like that's the line.
Followed closely by Saw 4.
Yeah.
For me.
I mean,
But,
yeah, we've had some bad eggs on this podcast, like the holiday special, Saw 4, Tusk.
But like I said, you're welcome.
We love having you on, Katilyn, but what are you doing,
Yeah.
to us?
Why? Do not make us watch the Ewoks. I
It's
don't
a
wanna.
week before finals. None of us have brain cells. Are
Yeah.
you kidding me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you for listening to anyone who is tuned in. We're happy to be back. It's gonna be a fun couple weeks. I mean 2, because we've got one more episode.
Yeah.
We got one more episode here in the studio before we take our winter hiatus. And in this time, it's my turn to pick the movie that we're gonna watch. Because it's still technically the holiday season, I didn't know if I should pick like a super strict Christmas movie. So I wanted to pick one that is a debated Christmas movie. For next week, I want us to review the movie Die Hard.
Oh, yes. I don't even remember you telling me about
Yes.
that. What the heck? I don't remember that. Oh, my God. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I love Die Hard.
Yeah, this is a movie that...
Not to give anything away.
No, I mean, this is a movie that both of us have seen, but I really want to talk about it.
I've got
because it's
stories about the first time I watched Die Hard. I don't know
Yeah.
if I've told them to a lot of people. I don't know if I've discussed it with you privately or on air, but I'm excited.
Yeah, this is going to be a fun episode. So tune in next week, December 10th, or pretty much, yes, I'm pretty sure it's December 10th.
Yep.
That will be our last episode for the semester. Then we go off for a little bit. Keep watch of our YouTube, social media. We're doing our best to keep that updated. And stay tuned over our hiatus because there might be some special uploads that go up, little Easter eggs and tidbits that go up during then. So
We're both busy college students in our finals week.
yeah, we're all busy college students in our finals week. So
yeah.
hopefully I'm healthier by the time that we do our podcast episode next week.
Yeah.
But thank you so much, Katilyn, for coming
Yeah,
on,
of course.
even though this movie was bad.
Hey, this will be the last time I put you through pain. Maybe.
So I imagine that the next time you come on, which won't be for a while because of break, but are you thinking that we'll be moving on to the original trilogy?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
unless you want to
excited.
suffer with Ewok adventures.
No,
No,
I'm good.
no.
Surprisingly, I'm good.
Surprisingly, I'm good.
You don't want 2 bad movies in a row?
Yeah, no, I think I'm gonna pass.
All right. With that, Jack, do you have anything else?
Nope, I'm good to go.
All right. So we're going to sign off for the night. Have a good night, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Thanks.